Welcome back. Well, day in and day out, we rely on our internet service to be on and operational no matter what. And right here in Western New York, there's another option. Joining me in the Daytime Buffalo studio now is Greenlight Networks CEO and founder Mark Murphy. Thanks so much for stopping by.
Thanks for letting us join you today, Chelsea.
Okay, so first off, why don't you just tell me and our viewers about Greenlight?
Sure. Greenlight Networks, we started the company back in 2011, and really the reason we did that is to bring choice for high-speed internet to the communities like Buffalo, like Rochester, and upstate New York that largely didn't have a choice. We brought in a big partner in the form of Tom Golisano back in 2018. Tom was the founder of Paychex, and for a lot of folks here in Buffalo, know him as the owner of the Buffalo Sabres for a while. And Tom really helped us grow from about 18 employees now to about 200 employees across upstate New York, and we're really proud of what we've been able to accomplish in a reasonably short period of time.
Right, and why don't you tell us about how you are expanding even more across Western New York?
So across Western New York, we're currently in the Elmwood, the Grant, the west side of Buffalo. We've been doing a lot of expansion as well in parts of Cheektowaga. We've announced expansion in North Tonawanda as well. So you're probably seeing a lot of our Greenlight trucks and a lot of our partner construction contractors doing a whole lot of work around town.
Okay, those are the trucks. If you see them in your neighborhood, you know you know what's coming.
If you see those trucks, you know you can get service right now.
Absolutely. So where are the current places where they are available?
So again, we're available in parts of Cheektowaga. I would say the western parts of Cheektowaga, and then in the city of Buffalo, and again the Elmwood Village, the Elmwood, Grant, West Sides areas as well, and we continue to expand in the city.
Okay, so the infrastructure for a network, that takes time and it takes a lot of investments. So what are you guys considering as you're planning to expand?
You're right. It does take a lot of time and investment, and so we're very thoughtful about where we expand to. The most important thing we really look at is customer interest, and the way we judge that is based on people going to our website and signing up to get service. In addition to that, it comes down to how easy the towns and the municipalities are to work with, so how quickly can we deploy in those areas, and is there a whole lot of extra costs involved in doing that? So those are among the many things that we look at as we look to expand.
Now, what I've been liking of what I've seen from you guys is that you've been outspoken in your commitment to maintaining the affordability of services, right? Can you talk to our viewers a little bit more about that?
Absolutely. Since the program came out, we've been a part of the Affordable Connectivity Program, which is a federal program that provides a $30 subsidy to folks in need. And there's a lot of ways to kind of get to those resources. So some of the things that we've been doing is actually in part of our promotion. You may see us, we've done some wrappers on buses and inside of buses to help folks understand how to get access to this program. So instead of paying $50 to get service, effectively they're going to pay $20 to get our 500 by 500 megabit service, which is very fast and can do a whole lot of good things for a lot of families.
That's a big deal. That's a lot of money being saved. Really quickly, can you talk to our viewers about fiber and why that's so important?
You were talking before about your past as a traffic reporter, so you might appreciate this. So think about, in the old days, a single lane road, and every device in your house is a vehicle. And over time, we've all added a lot of devices in our houses, whether it's everything from doorbells to refrigerators to not only tablets and other devices. So that becomes a lot of cars on the road. And what fiber allows you to do is really expand those highways from a single lane road to a 5-lane highway, which allows cars to move more quickly and easily and not have those pile-ups and that contention.
Okay, well, that's what we want, right? We all want to use our internet. We use it for quite literally, like you said, every device, even down to toasters, right? So you want to be making sure that they're easy, able to use, and also affordable. So thank you for coming in and talking more about to our viewers about this. But if you would like to learn more on Greenlight Networks and how to make the switch, just head over to their website at greenlightnetworks.com. Thank you so much for coming in, Mark.
Thank you. This was great.